Hi, my name is Thomas Walton. I'm a PhD student at the Center for Digital Play here at ITU. In this video, I will present a digital card game language which I created together with Eskil Lykke for our master thesis at ITU Games. You might ask yourself, why do we need a digital card game language? Well, our preliminary research showed that game designers often use physical card games to prototype aspects for their games. Game mechanics can be defined as card game rules to playtest and evaluate how balanced the rules are, or if it's fun to play. However, playtesting card games on larger populations can be challenging, as someone would have to run the game or hope that the players would understand the rules as intended. A card game language could potentially empower game designers to prototype games where the system can enforce the rules and allow for scalable playtests. This could generate valuable statistics and feedback from play. Other potential benefits would be the possibility to develop artificial agents to play and discover optimal strategies, or record historical card games in game archaeology. Currently, there are languages to describe games, for example, Ludi, which can describe board games, but these descriptions can be hard to comprehend, especially for complicated games, which card games often are. Inspired by Magic the Gathering, we wanted our language to support a game that could start before knowing all the rules, as the rules would be introduced along with the cards. The language is called Card Game Operational Language, or CGOL for short. Notice that I said operational language instead of descriptive language. This is because the language does not compile into a playable game, but is a running game that can handle language operations on the fly. The language is based on two software patterns: the Command Query Responsibility Segregation pattern, or CQRS for short, and the Event Sourcing pattern. In CQRS, a system is split into commands that can alter the state and queries that can fetch information about the current state. In event sourcing, the state of a system is obtained by executing a sequence of events that each contain a factual state change. In CGOL, commands and queries are split into concepts and concept behaviors. A concept could be draw card, and a behavior would take a card from a pile and place it on the current player's hand. To determine which pile the card should be taken from, the concept should be associated with parameters, like a card that states, draw a card from your deck and place it on your hand. The operations can be executed immediately, or for example to set up the game, or postponed for later as the result of drawing or playing a card. Here you can see the web page that we created for the language. You will find a sandbox in the top menu. The sandbox allows you to play with the concepts of the language and consists of two areas: the editor to the left, where you can write and load concepts, and the play area to the right, where you can see the results and play the game. There's also a link which you can share with others to playtest together. To help you get started, we created some examples which you can find under the examples drop-down, like the draw one, play one, which you can see here. You load the game by pressing the load button, and you can see the results immediately. I now select myself as player 1. I can store the events up until this moment, so I can return later. I now play the action draw card and play the card from my hand. Then I restore the game to the earlier state. This allows me to undo an action, for example if I want to try an alternative action. It's possible to load in concepts while the game is running, for example by deleting the text in the editor, writing new text and pressing load again. The results will be apparent in the play area. To show this, I'll add another instance of the card to the deck. Thank you for watching. I hope you saw some potential in the CGOL language. If you're interested, the source code is openly available on GitHub. Just search for dealing with card game rules. There's also a running copy on cgol.lashout.dk. Finally, please keep an eye on cardcq.com, where I plan to release a platform based on the CGOL language in a not too distant future.